1049 in studio with a really good mate, Sheikh Siviwe Soyizwapi for the Blitzboks. My brother, how are you?
Jeremy, how are you doing?
Let me put your mic on. You on? There we go.
Jeremy, how are you doing?
I'm
Thanks
good.
for having me.
No, you're very welcome. Good to see you. Looking good and strong.
Yeah, good and strong. I think the preseason that we've just had has all to do with that. And the team is ready to go for the new season.
I was seeing some of the social media around the preseason, and I don't know. That looks torturous to me. Eh?
Yeah, I think the game that we play is torturous.
Listen, a couple of things we've got to talk about. Firstly, of course, season opener next weekend. Am I get my dates right? Yes, next weekend. In Dubai. How are we feeling?
Yeah, excited. As I said, pre-season, so it got a bit long, and what you want to do is to compete and to play. So what an opportunity for that to come around so quickly for us. And the prep is in, and we're just looking forward to keep on building from where we left off in the last season.
Yeah, exactly. And also where you left off at the Olympic Games. Gosh.
Yeah, no, I think
what a story. For me, that's still like the number one story for the year. It's like...
Yeah, no, they will definitely take that momentum, you know, and for us it was crazy. And I always say, like, it wasn't a matter of going to win a medal or whatever at the Olympics, but with each tournament in last season when we decided to turn the ship around, it was just to get better and keep growing, and it just happened at the right time at the Olympics.
I always say, you guys were the last to qualify.
Yeah.
But the first South African team to medal.
Yes, that's true. So you never know how these things happen.
No, exactly, you don't. So, okay, listen, next weekend we've got ourselves in Dubai, and that's going to be a tough assignment. Let's not mess about. But then, thank goodness you come home. You get to spend some time with us.
Yeah, no, massive. I think... Again, we're not naive of where we are as a group now that we got a bronze medal. We don't think that we're the best and we're untouchable, but it's a work in progress, and we continue to do that, and there's a good energy in the team. There's a lot of excitement for this new season and the first tournament of the season, but we are really looking forward to come down and play in Cape Town as well.
I tell you what, listen, the one thing is, other than the actual rugby, so we're going to park the rugby just for a second. Yeah. We're going to talk about the fact that it feels to me, because I've been to a couple of other Sevens tournaments, it feels like this is the standard setting Sevens tournament, on the calendar. It certainly is the biggest party.
No, for sure. You can ask any of our teammates. The guys will tell you, where's your favorite stop to play? What's your favorite tournament? They'll tell you it's Cape Town.
Gotta be Cape Town.
Gotta be Cape Town.
So I mean, is there more or less pressure when you play in front of your home, audience, home, support base? I mean, how does it feel to you running out? Because I mean, you've run out at stadiums all across the world, where people have booed us just because we are wearing a South African jersey. Yeah. To now a much friendlier environment. Yes. But wow, 60,000 people, who knows what kind of number is going to be there on the Saturday and the Sunday. What does that feel like? I mean, you run out and there's that massive explosion of noise.
Yeah, I was actually chatting in the week about our supporters here in South Africa. It's really brutal because
we are mad. We are mad. Eh?
Because we're so passionate and invested in our South African team, and in that green and gold jersey, and each and every supporter here, their blood is green, you know. So when we do well, you hear about it. Like, I don't even know what day 1,000 and whatever of us being Rugby World Cup champions. So
exactly.
It's really an investment thing. So we want to make them proud. People that are so invested in that way. And as you say, you run out in that stadium and it feels like it's surreal. Like, you run out there with a bit of a niggle. You just had a long 2 days of tournament, but you end up not feeling that because of the adrenaline and the atmosphere. It carries you through.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Listen, there isn't one team that you go, I think we got the beating of them on the circuit. It's a very tough and competitive group of nations that play Sevens rugby. And so I won't ask you the question of, well, can we, step aside from the whoever it is, because surely they will be an easy, target. Because Sevens rugby, the smallest gap can open the smallest opportunity to score. Yeah. It doesn't matter who you're playing against.
Yeah, you miss a tackle, it's a try.
Yeah.
That's just Sevens rugby. And gone are the days where you start off the first game of the tournament with maybe a good draw on your pool stages, and then you go on and worry about the second day. Sevens has become so competitive, and each nation has grown as a group. They have their depth, and they've had their players that have been with the team for quite a while, and you keep growing, you keep learning, and teams adapt and adjust, but mostly they've grown, and every game's a tough one.
Do you know the obviously sport doesn't matter. It's not even, I'm not even talking about rugby. Just sport in general become very professional. Very focused. There's as you say, a premium on winning. You can't even for a second think maybe I can take a little bit of a half step and it's fine.
Never.
You've got to be full tilt all the time. And of course, Sevens Rugby is exactly like that. And particularly over the fact that it's 2 days and then it's finished.
That's it. So you never know what your opponent is doing while you guys are working hard. You might think you're working hard, but they might be working even harder. So you always want to be meticulous on your craft and the small things that you want to tick off going into that game or that tournament. So it's very competitive at the moment, but I mean, if you're representing your country, you wouldn't want to have it any other way.
I love when he says that part. Sheikh Soyizwapi talking to us, of course, ahead of next weekend's Dubai Sevens, 2 weeks away from the massive HSBC Cape Town Sevens. It is just an experience. Let me just say this to you now. You're sitting there, you're thinking to yourself, I don't know what the fuss is. I mean, how big can it possibly be? And let me tell you then, it's big. It is a massive occasion where you will never experience noise and sound like that and goosebumps like that. Never. I don't even play for the national team, but I get all excited.
Never. And it's not actually only about the players running on the field. And as I said about our supporters, they're so invested and they're very much part of it.
Yeah.
And it's like almost like a family gathering where now...
Very big family.
A very massive family. And you'll see if you go out there, like the fans almost leave the seats during other games, and when the family runs on the field, the rest of the family just goes
family
back.
Gathers again. They're back there. They've gone to go and recover somewhere. They come back again.
For sure.
Listen, obviously rugby it's very important. We want the results. We're looking forward to that, and the team is there, and as you say, the family is there to support that. But I know part of your duty is to sometimes have a little bit of fun, to do some sort of silly things. And I say silly in inverted commas because it's fun, silly things, where you get to spend time with the fans a little bit closer than than you ordinarily would. What's that like? I mean, today you and I are going to be out at the waterfront, out at the amphitheater, spending some time with the fans.
Yeah, no, that's actually very enjoyable, because when you bump into the fans in tournament days, like you're in a different mindset.
Sure.
Like
you're in the zone.
You're in the zone. So today you literally thinking about giving back to the fans and giving them the time and thanking them for coming through. So we've got a bit of a dance challenge that we're going to do as a team.
I'm scared of that one, pal. Rather send me to pre-season. I don't want to do a dance challenge.
I'll rather dance.
He said, okay, then let's dance. But I mean, that is going to be so cool for the fans. Let's get a quick selfie. Will you sign this? Here's a rugby ball. Sign that. And I mean, that's part and parcel, as well, as you say, of playing for your country.
It's part and parcel of it. And I mean, there was a photo going around of Sasha meeting the Springboks, and all of a sudden is playing with the Springboks. So for that kid that will be there with a rugby ball that wants to be signed, you never know. One day they'll be the next Blitzboks. So those are the moments that we're looking for. And just to make their day, I think for them to come out.
He's going to show you the photograph in a couple of years' time and go, look here, you and I took a picture together at the waterfront, and now here I am.
The only thing is we won't be playing together because I'm almost done.
You can't be almost done. What are you talking about? There's still going to be more juice in the tank there. What are you talking about?
No, so much more. But
no, man.
The young kids we sing today.
That's right. Yeah, we sing the young kids. Listen, I wanted to ask you. We go from sevens to 15s. The big boys are also playing today in Wales. And I'm sure you're going to be a keen spectator when that one gets underway. It's been a good run, albeit Sia was saying not their best performances in the last 2 games, but it's been a good run. They've able to grind out a win. Your thoughts on today?
No, really excited about today. And the great thing about what we see now with the Springboks is the depth that's coming through and the players that are getting opportunities, So this wave might actually be flowing for quite a long time, and
Does
really
look like it,
confident, really confident about the result as well today.
Just when you think we've got now surely enough, then another new kid from nowhere just arrives and announces himself. Siviwe Soyizwapi in studio on Super Saturday as we get ourselves ready for a festival of Sevens Rugby. Of course, it's Dubai next weekend, but then they come back home to the DHL Stadium for the HSBC Sevens tournament. Looking forward to seeing him and the rest of the team in action. Of course, you can go and be part of that as well. Come on down to the waterfront. Why don't you? 12:30 is when that one gets underway today. Shakes will be dancing. I'll be watching. And we'll just have a lot of fun. We'll have lots of fun. Come and say hi to the squad, to the whole team, and be part of it. Brother man, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate it.